A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In today's dynamic and interconnected world, the seamless integration of technology and business has become an imperative rather than a choice. The evolution of information technology has not only revolutionized industries but has fundamentally transformed the way organizations operate, communicate, and compete. As businesses strive to stay ahead in a highly competitive landscape, the alignment of IT initiatives with broader business goals has emerged as a pivotal strategy for success. I am your host, Smriti Rastogi, and I would today like to welcome Mr. Vijay Kumar, Chief Technology Officer, Clicks Capital, who will be taking you through some of the IT requirements that are shaping the business landscape and how to align them with your business requirement. Without further ado, let's dive in. The stage is all yours, Mr. Kumar.
Hey, thanks, Adan Smiti. It's my pleasure, and I'm honored and humbled to be part of this awesome session. So, let me quickly give my introduction. My first name is Vijay Kumar, and last name is Ramakrishna. I've been known as Vijay. So, I'm in this industry for 28 years. I have worked with the big brands like Deutsche Bank for 8 years, Yes Bank 2 years, Bandhan Bank 4 years, and with Clicks Capital as well, G Capital for 2 years. And out of 18 years in banking, out of my 28 years, and remaining 10 years with the big IT companies like Wipro, HP, and SR Steel, SR Group. So, just quickly now coming to the point over here, we are discussing about how to strategize IT using the digital term. So, we have taken a comprehensive strategy at Clicks this financial year. So, we call this as a cat tax strategy. What we do is that IT strategies aligned to the business product strategy, and product strategies aligned to the business strategy. So, my first slide shows about first C stands for customer first. So we are taking all the manual journeys or semi-manual journeys to make it digital. So we have selected a low code, zero code platform called Autonom 8, and which is now Tesseract. And the second platform is Epic Indify, which is now called LendEasy. So we are migrating our manual or semi-manual journeys to the digital journeys so that the tag required for our products, the secured products or unsecured products, the TAT reduces, and from loan sourcing to the fund out happens fast. So customer first is our first part of the cat tech strategy. Second is automation first. So in the automation first, we have a lot of manual journeys. We have done a lot of API integrations to make the journey automated, like the NSDL journey, the account aggregator, the NSDL, the PAN thing, the bureau integration. So we have done hundreds of API integrations to make the journey fully automated, which helps the business to focus on business. And we do a lot of API integrations to automate the journey end to end. The third and fourth piece of it is digital first and technology refresh first. In the digital first, we are converting all the manual journeys like like procurement, like finance. A lot of in-house automation we are doing to make the utilities, the automation vertical. It's a data and automation vertical. I have created a separate vertical which hardcore focus on the digital to convert the manual internal processes and customer processes to make it digital. Technology refresh. So technology refresh is extremely important because I see in the SMEs the budget is not much provided to IT or infosec. So what we have done is that we all the we proactively take look at the hardware and software licenses if there's it's going to be an end of support. So technically how it works is that the first hardware or software gets end of life followed by 2 or 3 years and end of support. So we replace the product like firewalls or the servers or the licenses. We plan it an year in advance, and we start a negotiation process 3 months in advance and replace it the contract renewal a month in advance. So we don't take any risk of any end of support product on the firewalls, switches, servers, anything on the hardware side or software side. We refresh it first, so we get an operational update plus the security update on time. So it is extremely important to have a focus on infra and cloud, which is this session all about, to ensure that we have the state of art cloud and the infrastructure, the hardware which you guys have got it gets replaced before the end of support to ensure that there is no ransomware, malware, or virus attack which can happen onto your infrastructure. The fifth part of my strategy is analytics first. So we have created a lot of analytics engine. We have got Lumic data lake, we have got meta database, then we have got Lumic dedupe engine. So entire thing is analytics. At the click of a button, we get the report, MIS report, the BI dashboards. Everything has been automated as much as the budget is available. We have automated the entire whatever report is required. So we have automated that for our business. So it is very extremely useful for my collections team, my risk team, my credit team, and my business, both on the secured side and unsecured side. My sixth and seventh strategy is about cybersecurity first and cloud first. On the cybersecurity front, we have got a state of art firewalls, we have got state of art web application firewalls, we have got net proxy, we have got the entire Amazon net native cloud completely covered with 360-degree parameter cloud security. So, and then cloud first, we moved over to the cloud almost 3 years, 4 years back. But now we are doing a lot of AWS cost optimization. With the help of AWS cost optimization, we reduced the cost by 40% because we are in a growth phase. We did a last year annual disbursement of 3,700 crores. This year, our target is to touch 5,800 crores. Next year, 7,500 to 8,000 crores. So we cannot take a big project of moving out of AWS cloud to Azure cloud or Google cloud at this point of time. So what we did is that we completely took over the cloud optimization project. 3 years back, we did moved from in-prem to cloud, and now on the cloud, we are doing a lot of cost optimization, and we want to stay with the number on cloud. So that is our strategy on the cloud first. So this strategy has helped me deliver 360 degree on all the angles. So we cover the customer journey, we do the automation, we do digital, we do technology refresh, we do analytics from the grow the business perspective. We keep the entire business secured, and we are on the cloud. So the cost optimization is the name of the game. But that was my first slide. With your due permission, I'll move to the second slide. This is a Clicks IT application architecture. How we do on, if you see on the left side, we have customer servicing channel, we have WhatsApp, we have customer portals, we have voice bot, we have chat bot, and we have Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So we believe that net promoter score should be extremely high because it's extremely difficult to gain a customer, but it's 1/10 or 1/20th time easier to lose a customer. So we focus very high on the customer service to retain the customer. So we have got all the channels on the left side, which takes care of my customer channel. Then I've got my partnership business. We do BL partnership with Paytm, PL partnership with MoneyView, and the rest of all business loan with DSAs, school loans, hospital loans, and MLAP is a direct sales agent. So that business stands at the top of it. Then I've got my LMS layer. I have got Pennant for HFS K12. I've got EG.ai for LOS. I've got Dexter for BL and Salesforce for auto lease. So that is my customer acquisition system, which in a normal term is called loan origination system. Then I've got a backend systems, Pennant LMS, Fusion, Oracle, GL, then document management system. Then I have got my in-house business rule engine. It is very important to have in-house business rule engine because we don't want to leak at what our business rules. That is our secret sauce. That what geography, what customer will lend at what price. So that we want to keep it as a secret sauce. Then Wimo, I have got a legal automation module, that collection module where chief legal officer and chief collection officer are extremely happy with our implementation for the same. Then I have got meta database, which I spoke about. Then I have got Microsoft Power BI portal. Then we are coming up with customer 360 degree. And then I have at a back end supported by data lake, which is from Lumic, and master data management, which we are creating. So MDM will provide the 360-degree customer view of the customer, and on top of which I'll be building a customer 360, which will we will be able to do a massive cross sell and top sell, and then customer portal for customer to access and know the status of the journey. And on the right side, you might have seen a lot of NBFCs are working with the banks to create the co-lending partnership. So we have selected a Dwara as our co-lending platform, and we have selected the banks which uses UB as a connector on their side. So for to meet our business volumes, we are getting into co-lending business. The manual journey is live. The API journey is in the verge of going live by December Jan. So we are doing manual journey co-lending with SBI and Karnataka Bank as of now. And once the API integration is up, we'll be also doing with the Federal Bank, Central Bank of India, SIDBI, and Bandhan Bank for both secure and secure products on both the sides of it. So we have developing a state-of-art middleware connector to connect the my loan management system, which is nothing but the core banking system for NBFC, with the core banking system, with the middleware connector, which will be connecting to the core banking system of the bank. And this co-lending business will give us a volume jump of 550 to 600 CR this year. And next year, we are targeting to disburse around 2000 CR on the co-lending piece of it, where 20% lending will be from us and 80% will be from the banks. So this is my second slide. And with your due permission, I think the Q&A session is at the end of the session. With your due permission, I will move to the third slide. Yeah. So my third slide clearly shows what are the variety of procs I have selected. So if you see LOS, so Epic Indify, this is the three founders of Infosys moved out and started this company Epic Indify. Now it is called Easy.ai. So we have MoneyView Journey and MLab Journey live on this Epic platform. Then Dexter, we bought this, we have 50% of the stake in this company. So they have, I introduced the IIT Chennai incubated company Autonomate, and this is also a zero code platform, Dexter. We have Parent LOS for HFS and KFE, then Solify for auto lease. And Dwara is a middleware connector which we are connecting. So that is comes the first layer is the customer acquisition layer, or you call it an LOS layer. My second layer is the loan management system layer, which is Parent for the entire enterprise LMS, and Solify I use only for a leasing platform, because Parent doesn't have that module. So I am like it's like loan management system is something but a core banking system for NBFC. So that is my second layer. My third layer is credit assessment and collections. We have world-class in-house built Delphi 2.0 engine. I got Experian engines. I have a tie-up with Crev. I have a TransUnion and Vimo as a collection module. So we have got the API integrations done with this, and we are using the multi-bureau connectors. So this all these facilities are there to enhance my credit underwriting team and the collections team with this platform. My fourth layer is a customer servicing layer where I've got the world-class Microsoft Dynamics CRM. I've got a voice bot, I've got a chat bot from LOI, and I've got customer portal which is in-house built. So this is the layer which helps my entire customer service and operations team to serve the customers in a great way. My fifth layer is an efficiency tool layer. Here I'm using Karja, I'm using Perfios, I'm using Power BI tool, I'm using Metabase, I'm using Positex engine for my AML screening and secret screening. So these are the efficiency tools used by the credit and the operations team to enhance the efficiency and reduce the productivity. Last year we shaved around 16 man hours of man days, 16 FTE of efforts in 12 months. This year, in last 5 months, we have saved 3 man days of work. Means three people employees have been deployed into some other work. So that is the same huge saving which I'm speaking about. Then I will move to the internal operations layer. We have replaced Newgen because the documents of the loan documents was scattered across the IT stack. So what we did, my internal developers, they built awesome next gen tool, DocuNext, based on Python. So we have consolidated entire loan documents of all the products for the last 6 7 years into a single place with Amazon S3 bucket, and we have named this document management system as DocuNext, which is which have got appreciation from chief credit officer, collection officers, and operations officer that it is better than the industry best products like Newgen and all. So this awesome work has been done in house. Then AWS shows my cloud, excluding my Paytm because of the compliance reasons. I put it in a data center in Delhi. My entire things on AWS cloud, which is much more secured and much more easier to maintain with lean and mean team, which I have got. Then I have got Enterprise DLS Oracle Fusion. Then I've got Infido for HRMS chatbot. Then I've got Customer 360, and then I've got Amazon S3 bucket. So this is the internal operations layer, which helps the IT to stay secured. Then information security layer, my entire antivirus, anti-malware, and anti-ransomware is from Trend Micro. My firewalls are best in class for Fortinet. My web proxy, web application firewall is from Netscope, and my data leakage prevention is from Microsoft. So this is in NBFC. I have worked with the best of the best banks like Deutsche Bank, Bandhan Bank, and Yes Bank. In NBFCs, our pockets are not that deep, so we have to be very smart, street smart, on which it should be best in class but cheap also. It's reasonable. So that's the thing which NBFC I keep telling the vendors, or I suggest SMEs that you don't have to go into the best of the costliest product. For example, we have got in Yes Bank, Bandhan Bank had a dedicated SOC, but here in NBFC we have got the best in class, world class SOC with Inspira. So we have to work in a smart way, which is cheaper, better, and faster and easier in NBFC compared to the banks which I've worked. So this is we have got it into more of an OPEX model to reduce my CAPEX cost. And that's the name of the game. That's the way forward, where you have to go more OPEX and less CAPEX to be sustainable. With your due permission, I'll move to my next slide. That is centralized cloud database and data lake architectural view. So my entire thing, if you see, I have almost built MDM has been built. On top of which, I'll be building the customer 360 and customer portal, and I have got a world-class Microsoft Power BI tool. I've got the entire things data lake, Lumic data lake. So the entire data in a very secured state. It means data at rest, data in motion is completely secured, and we generate the world-class MIS reports, the world-class BI dashboards, and world-class automation based on this reports, this vertical. And I would like to say that I didn't in any NBFCs there's a restriction of headcount. So I enabled myself by getting few of the best vendors like Lumic and Saxat, which helped me from the infra perspective, tools perspective, and from the hands-on perspective to get into a managed services model where we have done end-to-end world-class PQR automation from the start to the beginning, which is like a state of art, which was personally driven from the CEO office and from my CTO office. We drove it, and in the record time, we got the entire end-to-end PQR automation live. So this has been appreciated by the board, the chairman, and entire CEO office. This is world class what we have developed in the entire cloud database in a data like architectural view. So this is you can see we are using the world class products best of the best in the business. So that's about the data architecture. And first in class we have developed MDM, Customer 360, Customer Portal, and the best number one cloud AWS cloud we have got it. So we work in a very smart, street smart way to have a faster, cheaper, better, and easier way how to make the things work in a leaner and meaner organization. Which I think I compared myself few weeks back with few of the NBFCs, two or three of NBFCs. We are delivering projects four times more than my competitors, and one fourth of the cost and one fourth of the resource because I segregated the entire organization into five things: run the business, that is run the bank; change the business, change the bank; grow the business, grow the bank; secure the business, secure the bank; and NTB, new to business or new to bank. But this has helped me drive all the engines, growth engines, 360 degree. So that's the way we have ensured that. Earlier, my past team member said that we used to deliver 2 to 3 projects before I joined. Now we have added three more zeros. We deliver 2 to 3 thousand projects or changes in a year, which is almost 1,000 times more than what we were delivering 3 4 years back. That's happened because we are working in a very smart, leaner, meaner way, and ensuring that all five domains are covered: run the business, secure the business, change the business, grow the business, and new to business. This is about my data architecture, and this is overall why my architecture, the Clicks IT architecture, is the best in the business. I mean, I've shown to the many compliance guys, auditor guys, regulatory guys, and the investors, and it's very highly appreciated by them. So five things which is required for any NBFC or any SMEs is that first is the regulatory compliance. So our IT architecture adheres to the strict regulatory standards and is ready for the next level regulatory compliance. Second is data management. NBFCs deal with sensitive financial data, and effective clicks IT architecture secures the storage, transfer, servers, data, and everything. So that is a strong data management layer which I've got, which we covered confidentiality, integrity, and availability stack triad of the secure information perspective. The third is the scalability and performance. IT architecture in Clicks is highly scalable because we are on cloud. We can horizontally and vertically scale up to the volumes, and we pay only for the volume increase or decrease. For example, my pre-production and UAT service, I use it only between 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Then I switch it off. I keep it switched off on weekends also, but if in special request only we enable it. So we save cost on that. My production runs 24/7 by my pre-prod and UAT only works 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Friday, and on special request on weekend. My fourth layer, integration and availability. NBFCs often need to integrate with various financial systems. So mine is an open API based system, so we can provide the APIs and consume the APIs to, and my time to market is drastically reduced. And that's an edge which business has got to go to the market at the super speed. My last and most important one, the business continuity and disaster recovery. NBFCs cannot afford to have a data loss or have a downtime. So the robust IT architecture ensures that our resiliency is in place both from IT disaster recovery perspective. The IT infra is down at the primary site, my disaster recovery site picks up. If the business continuity is down at the primary site, my backup branches or work from home as a BCM strategy is there to ensure that my BCM and disaster recovery is up to mark and there is no gaps at all. So this 5 layers I cover, which is important for IT architecture to be strong and resilient for the future. And all 5 things are covered with the architecture I showed it to you earlier. So having said so, my presentation is over. So over to you, Smriti, to for opening up for if there is any Q&A. I'll be more
Yeah.
than happier to take those questions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vijay Kumar. It was indeed a very comprehensive presentation. There are two questions I would like to take up, which the audience have asked us to ask you, put across to you. What role does the selection of the right hardware assets play in ensuring that technology investments align effectively with business goals?
So I think the most important thing is that we don't take a decision independently in tech. We involve all the critical stakeholders, the sales, the business, credit, product, ops, and risk. So it's a consolidated discussion. So nobody can blame IT that you selected the product and that's the reason it went down. So there are challenges. It's not like everything is hunky dory. Means there are tons and tons of challenges every IT team will face. But collectively as one team, collectively as one organization, get all the stakeholders involved in a decision making process and we rate them technically and commercially. So every independent, the two spots have to be assigned by the each department. They give the rating for LOS or LMS, and that rating is compared, and then the technical rating T1, T2, T3, T4 is given. We have to involve 4 vendors and select top three, and then the commercial rating is given L1, L2, L3, L4, and then collectively the decision is taken that which is if suppose the technical product is T1 but it is L3, it might happen that we might go for T1 and L3, but sometimes it might say that we don't have a budget. Sometimes we may go with L1, T2 also, but it's a collectively decision. And also we have set up a price negotiation committee, which I learned in Deutsche Bank. I followed in Yes Bank, Bandhan Bank over here. The CEOs, me as a CTO and CFO, we three are part of PNC committee. Any new procurement which has to be made, which is like applications or infra or hardware or any auditors to be onboarded or consultants to be onboarded, it has to be done through a PNC committee where all the questions are asked that what have you, what, why, when, how. So these questions needs to be answered. And what I've done is that in IT, there's a customer advisory committee for any change. Similarly, we have got an architecture review committee. So my architect runs that architecture review committee. The business solutions group guy, along with the product guy, has to come and present along with the vendor. Is that architecture? That architecture is attended by the CTO. By sometimes if the CEO, if it is critical, then CISO, the head of operations risk, and few of the CXOs like CRO, CEO, chief compliance officer, they attend this if it's relevant to them. And once the architecture is cleared, then it has been taken as a process review. Then entire process framework, the flowchart is prepared by the product BSG team along with the vendor, and they run through the process review committee that this is the process, and if it is approved, then only the PO is released and the vendor is onboarded, and then this collective decision making helps us to select the right product at the right price. And it doesn't mean that we might select the most costliest product. It means that we select the most optimized product. What is the need of the hour? What is the need of the organization? For example, that we may not have gone with a nucleus as a software because that was not a need of the hour. It was the costliest product, the proven one. But the need of the hour was to have more flexible product. And that's the reason we ended up buying Epic Indify or Lend Easy.ai for this LOS and Tesseract, the Autonoma 8 for the BLLOS part of it. So it's the optimized product or application or the infra we go
Right.
for, and it's a collective decision making process which helps avoid finger pointing or blame to any individual or any one single department.
Right. One more question is there, Mr. Kumar. How can
Sure.
organizations integrate digital ethics principles into their technology strategies while pursuing their business goals?
I think it's a very good question. So I think one thing which we need to realize is that digital is the way forward. Means like 10 years back, they said that InfoSec has to be imbibed at a time initial stage, not later on. Similarly, digital has to be anything which we make it. It has to be a digital journey because it is now very clear. The customer wants the service at his play, at his pace, at his place, at his time. So we need to that as we in Deutsche Bank we used to say that you have to reach out to the customers. Customers won't reach out to you. So similar, the thing with that first thing we think is that how to make the journey digital. The second thing, how to reduce the customer touch points. So initially itself, the digital team, like we involve the digital team on day zero discussion. So I have told my guys that you cannot go ahead and have a discussion, day zero discussion, day one discussion, then involve IT digital team that, oh, you know what, we have selected the product and now you go and implement it. That's not going to work out. I said that you have to get entire. When I joined, IT was stressed out and the decisions were made offline. Someone is selecting some apps and they're going live, but it's not integrated. HR is going separate way. So we have used a corporate governance in enterprise IT. Any decision about any new application or any new IT stack, IT business solution group will lead that discussion with the vendor, and we will ensure that we will facilitate the entire discussion with the product or the respective user department, ops, compliance, risk, and all. So, and since infosec is part of my group, like digital is part of my group, analytics is part of my group, it has to be a comprehensive discussion. It cannot be an isolated discussion that, okay, we need to know that where we have to, how to fight the battle, that we should say that we don't know where. We have to decide where the application will be hosted, in my cloud or your cloud. If it is my cloud, then I'm safe. If it is your cloud, then what is the security, what is, and how, what are the reports you are going to give, what are dashboards you are going to give. These things, any product or any non-IT team may not be able to do it. So the most successful companies are the ones where IT is the backbone, heart, and soul of the company. So that's what I've imbibed, and that's the reason where, if you see, if I can read out my chart, I can see here we delivered 52 projects in last financial year in NTB, 381 changes. In last year, 188 projects, 678 changes in go to business, 10 security projects in STB, and our RTB, the most important, run the business. We kept an uptime of 99.9%. When I joined 2.5 years back, there was the downtime used to be 60%, 70%, and nobody was to be bothered. So they said, no, I'm busy in projects. So there has to be clear cut segregation. I have got 9 different verticals. I have got business solution groups, which focuses on changes and projects. I have got site reliability engineering, which takes care of application support. I have got data and automation vertical, which takes care of your MIS, BI, dashboards, utilities. That's the third one. Then I have a lady who takes care of co-lending, QA testing, and business management, which includes your vendor management, budget management, and your vendor governance. So this piece, I fought a battle with finance and my CEO that this piece I cannot give it to
Right,
finance because I have to run it at speed. So that's how
right,
comprehensively we have to deliver at a very fast pace. So I tell my team that you are as good as yesterday. Means how many you have to keep delivering projects, changes, keeping the uptime intact. Ideally, it should be 100%, but anyway above 99% is well and good, because
right,
the way we deploy the changes, projects, and automation is at a jet speed in turbo mode. So that's
right.
how we keep it up and running. The digital we imbibe from the beginning. That lady Saloni or that Aarti, they have a seat on the table, and I have a seat on the table. Any day zero discussion, but initially when you go into a new company, you have to change the culture. That if you don't
Correct.
involve me, you're not taking the company to the next level. So that's
Right.
how you have to fight the battle and take it to the next level.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kumar. It was indeed a pleasure talking to you, getting so many insights from the industry. And thank you so much, everyone in the audience, for the active participation, thoughtful contributions, and dedication to enhancing the intersection of technology and business. As we embrace the IT trends that shape our tomorrows, let us remember that our ability to align them with our business goals will determine not just our success, but our legacy in this digital age. Here's to the future where technology propels us towards new horizons and our strategic acumen steers the course. Thank you once again, everyone.
Hey, thanks a billion to the entire audience and to Smriti. It was pleasure talking to you all. I think it's my I'm humbled and honored to be part of this session. And thanks a ton to share my this is my ninth CXO role, and I'm humbled to share my session in my 28 years of experience in a variety of industries. I worked 18 years in banking, manufacturing, BPO, a product company, anything and everything you name it. I've worked there mostly 18 years out of 28 years in banking. So it was my pleasure to come and share my thought process, and I will be looking forward for my senior veteran colleagues, Manish and Salini, to hear their view thoughts also. Thanks a million. Pleasure to talk to you, Smriti. You are an excellent host and excellent questions you put forward. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you once again.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.